Okay, so we have a little bit of a situation that's going around in the VTuber space again. Okay, we have a little bit of another situation, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the infamous NyaraVT is at it again. Okay, now here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Um, let's just get one thing out of the way. Okay, I saw NyaraVT explicitly saying that she does this stuff to get attention. Okay, she has done that in one of her streams. Okay, I'm gonna say that once and for all for Smugalana, Quinceanera, and everybody that Yara's putting under the bus allegedly. It has said on her stream that she does this to get attention. Okay? Now, it sounds to me, okay, that Nyara, let me be blunt with you about all of this, okay? You think Anna Valens has actually ended up saying all of that stuff because of hee hee ha ha funny stuff. Okay, first of all, putting an article in Vice already tells me you're a terrible person. Okay? Let's just be real. Vice news article is actually one of the worst places you can publish an article. Okay? Because nobody else will take Anna Valens very seriously. She doesn't go on The Guardian. She doesn't go on she probably put an application in Newsweek. If Newsweek doesn't even accept her, what do you think is going to happen to the other ones? The only people that would end up accepting Anna Valens is, well, guess what? Vice articles. And with so much backlash and stuff of that nature that the public has given to Vice articles for putting Anna Valens' articles on their thing, pretty much from what I understand, slandering, well, not really slandering, more along the lines of you piggybacking off of people's success in order to put the word out that trans rights are human rights. Okay? Let's just get this thing out of the way. Okay? I have heard these girls say something, say their piece and stuff like that. Nara, I'm going to ask you one question. What is your level of understanding? Because I'm on the verge of calling you a cocomelon brain. Okay? I am on the verge of calling you a cocomelon brain. Okay? I went out of my way to go ahead and study about trans people, trans kids, and all this other stuff, and then you go ahead and do this BS. That is okay. That is literally disgusting behavior that I have ever seen in my entire life. I don't know if you have some kind of mental disorder. I don't know. Okay. I have openly said yesterday, okay, on my stream, that I have a mental disorder. Okay. So, Nyara, do you have something similar to me? I would like to know because a lot of people are trying to understand you. Okay? They are trying to understand you. Okay? As much as anybody in the entire VTuber space is trying to understand me. And trust me, to get to understand me is fucking hard. It literally is. Okay? Because autism, alright? So it's really hard for people to understand me. And I've admitted this. And I'm trying. Okay? It's not easy for somebody like me to like get into certain things, okay? So on and so forth. I have heard from the top streamers, and I've heard from the lower streamers. I watched them all. Maybe not all of them, but a majority of them that you actually claim to be pick-me girls. I went out of my way to educate myself. Because maybe there was a few things as being a trans individual that I don't even understand at all. That's great. Okay? And I'm probably glad that I'm one of those people that is sort of, I guess you could say, anti-trans in my community. Okay? Because I didn't know a lot of this stuff. I'm an old individual. I'm a hag tuber. Okay? So there may be a few things that I haven't even looked at. Great. I looked at them. Okay? And I also looked at Anna Valenza's articles. They're disgusting. Why are you defending her? Okay? I'm not defending Smugalana. I'm not defending Kitsunero. Okay? So don't ever take it like I'm defending them. Okay? This is from my observations as a logical human being that is trying to tell my autism to shut the fuck up. You need to realize this, that the way you're getting your attention now is destroying your reputation. Oh, yes, you did lose like, what, 2,000 subscribers, and you gained, 1,000 more on, while recuperating the 2,000 you lost. So all in all, you gained 3,000, right, subscribers, and you're still 2,000. You're still what 20,000 subscribers or something like that. I don't need to shame you on that. Okay, nobody on this platform needs to shame somebody because they of the number of subscribers on their platform. Okay. I have, like, what, probably close to, like, 150 subscribers on my channel, and I've been on this place for, like, what, 6-7 years? Yeah. So I haven't even found my shtick yet. Okay? But the videos that I made, well, it could put me on the map. Let's just say that. And it put me on the map against people, well, now they really hate me. Okay. And I expressed this before. People are trying to dox me. Sure. All you have to do is ask. Of course, people are too chicken to ask because, well, I don't know why. So, like I said before, okay, I've looked at the opinions of all these VTubers, including a VTuber that you're not even fucking aware of. A few VTubers that you're not even aware of. Okay? And, yeah, they all are in agreement that you're a moron. I've already expressed to you that you've already admitted on stream that you do this to get attention. So, I'm going to say this once and for all. Knock it off! Because I'm trying to be nice right here. I'm literally trying to be nice here. Okay? But the longer you keep going about all this, okay, the more it's going to end up giving me a reason to not be so very nice. All these VTubers, see, here's the thing. Kitsunero is kind of getting annoyed right now. Alright? And she is trying to be nice. She's probably going to be the first one that is going to say something not nice to you. Okay? What she's going to say, it pales into comparison as to what I'm going to say to you. Oh, what are you gonna try to do? Try to poke the bear tectone again? It didn't work out very well, so now you're just trying to stir the space in the VTuber space? Is that the thing? Is that how you're gonna run your little parade of people and trying to like gain the rights of trans people? Listen, there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things. You are doing fine, Nyara. Okay, the few videos that you came out when you actually came back from your vacation, I thought to myself, wow, Yara's actually turning out to be. Maybe there's some change coming to Yara. But you're falling in the pitfall again. And the thing is that even though you went on vacation, supposedly, you're still posting on Twitter. You should have not been on Twitter in the first place. If you had any kind of mental health issues, the internet is not a place where you could go on there. But here's the thing. I realize that nowadays, people use Twitter as a place to vent their frustrations. Okay? And to voice their grievances, right? So on and so forth. And I get that. People have different ways of coping with the world frustrations and stuff like that and the world around them. That should be anything normal, right? That should be anything normal. And typically, when somebody does that, I think these girls could agree that you can only do it for so long, but you also have to work on yourself after the fact that you posted your grievances online and become a better person, right? This is normal behavior. You're mad, you're sad. I've had therapists tell me if I'm upset, I punch a pillow. I don't punch people, I punch a pillow. Normal reaction, normal response, in case you're getting mad about something. True or not true? Cool. I'm glad we got that. Yara, you go on Twitter and you talk about your grievances. That's great and all. I understand that. But you keep going on and on and on and on and about it. You're doing victimhood again. I've seen comments in your videos saying, please, Yara, do not do this ever again. And I'm saying to you right now, try not, you know what, no, don't do this ever again. You're going out of control. You're spiraling out of control. Your viewers are telling you to stop and STFU with us all this victim shaming. I'm telling you to knock it off. As one trans person to another, knock it off. I told you I respected you. You're starting to gain respect back again. But you're losing respect with me again. Number 2. That's a long-winded thing. You claim that Men's Mental Health Month is in the month of November, right? Okay. Let me clue you in about the United States. You live in Germany, right? You do your Google searches and stuff like that. Okay. The Google search that you do is not based on your area. The Men's Mental Health Month in your area, it is true. It is actually in November. I will admit that. But these girls, a lot of these girls, okay, even Rev says Desu, they live in the good old United States. So their search results are different from yours. Because you live around the UK, right? You get UK shit. Now, here in the United States, we're some greedy motherfuckers. Okay? I did a little bit of background research. Okay? Here in the US. And we have two different men's mental health months. We also have two different versions of Pride Month. Go fucking figure, right? This month of June, we have Men's Mental Health Month, right? Okay. We also have another Men's Mental Health Month. And I do believe it's, October? But here's the catch about this. That Men's Mental Health Month also includes, what is it called? Health awareness about men's prostate cancers, as well as men's mental health. Right? Pride Month in June encapsulates the celebration of what happened with the Stonewall riots. Basically, it's like honoring the history of the origin of the LGBT people and their rights. Basically. We have another Pride Month later on this year that I do believe it's in, what is it, September? Which is more like a visualization kind of thing, right? So, yes, technically speaking, men's mental health is in November, as well over here. Or was it October? No, it was October, sorry. It was October. And we also have two different versions of Pride Month for the LGBT people. Okay? That's food for thought, Nyara, for you. Because the United States is different from the UK. Just so you know. And you still keep going on the fact that you know all about everything about men's mental health. But did you ever take into consideration about men's mental health all across the world? Hell, I don't know if men's mental health is different in India. I haven't even looked at that. I haven't even considered that. Who knows? Maybe India has another version of men's mental health. Another month. Right? But it's just not recognized by the entire world. It's only recognized in India. Maybe. Probably. It could be in June. Whoopee. It could be in, what is it called? In October. Whoopee. Great. But what if it happens to be in May? Oh, now you got an LGBT person who's going to complain about you because you never took the time to understand that there are differences all across the world. Oh boy, this is a long video. This is going to be a long video. And I'm sorry that this is actually a long video. But Nyara, knock it off. The point of this is to knock it off. Because your audience members are worried about you. You've already lost 2,000 subscribers because of the last, of the whole, Kershaw and Valens debacle. So what are you going to do? Are you going to lose about a third of your subscribers because of the fact that you can't let this thing go? Of the fact that you can't allow yourself to know, oh, there's different people around the world. And as much time as you spend on the internet, the way you spend your time on the internet, you would have actually asked yourself this question. Instead of saying, oh, poor me, I go out of my way to study. Even Tectone has gone out of his way to study about the shit that's in the Middle East. Right? He's gone out of his way to do that. He doesn't need to do that. Right? But he takes his time to do it anyway. To understand why the war in Iran is the way it is right now. Now, granted, I don't think Tectone is going to end up knowing everything. Okay, let's be for real. He's probably going to go and read up on, slop articles that is just basically like what is it called? United States propaganda, instead of going and paying attention to people like Double Now News or like independent news media networks. He's probably gonna go to CNN, MSNBC, like all those like BS news websites that Pete Hegseth, as a dipshit that he is, said that Fox News Network is a moron. Which, to be fair, he's right, but he's also the worst moron in the Trump administration, mind you. So I don't know what you're gonna do, Nyara. You are doing fine, and in fact, it looks like you are trying to diversify your content. Congratulations, you got some brownie points with me on that one. But you're starting all over again. I think, Nyara, I think it's about time you diversify your content. I think it's time you go ahead and do the same thing that Yuko EX does. Diversify your content. Do something special. Do something that encapsulates or maybe like shows the funny side of you. Okay? And you know what the funny you know what the weird thing about this is? And I'm going to say this once and for all here. You've actually made a joke. In your latest video, you've actually made a joke. Okay? Not exactly the most um not exactly the kind of joke that a lot of people are going to end up taking hee hee ha ha and all this other stuff. But here's the thing, you've actually told a joke. And I got that. Like towards the last part of your video, right? You've actually told a joke. And I'm glad for that. It's a little bit off-putting, but you actually told a joke. I trust that when this video gets out on Monday, that you would make a more informed decision and more informed choices and make better life decisions going forward. Because the way it's going right now, okay, you're probably going to end up roasting me. Now, typically, I'm usually on stream on Fridays and Saturdays. Okay? We can have a conversation then. You and I can have a conversation then. My Discord link is in the YouTube. It is in the YouTube. And here's the thing, Nyara. I do believe that these other girls would love to have a conversation with you. They really would. But I don't think they could trust themselves to allow themselves to be in the same position as you, right? Because the way I see it is you're trying to get more attention. So-called more clout. You have a long way to go, Nyara, before these girls are going to allow you to come face to face with you. Okay? They're not going to give you the opportunity or the chance to essentially allow you to come into their space. Or they come into your space. Right? So on and so forth. Okay? And I've seen this act of kindness before. Because they don't want you to get roasted and blasted by other people who have actual brains. Well, I don't. In the case of Smugalana, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about her mental state. Sometimes. I mean, for some odd reason, she likes to use the word capitulate a lot. I don't know if it's just a comfort word that she says that it makes her feel like at ease or something like that, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, You need to work on yourself, Nyara. I'm just gonna keep it real. You need to follow in the footsteps of Yuko. Okay? You need to start showing your personality. Now, if your personality is victimhood, well, now we have a problem. Now we do have a problem. So, let's just move on from this. I'm tired of this conversation. As many people are trying to, like, farm content off of Nyara, and so on and so forth. And it's just like, bro. I don't want to have to speak about Nyara again after this. Let's just be for real here. But this thing needs to be stopped.